Welcome to an exposure interview. B. Radhakrishnan Sab, Collector Nashik District. Sir, इंडिया अनबाउंड में आपका स्वागत है. इंडिया अनबाउंड में आपका स्वागत है. Could you share your childhood days where you born and brought up?
Basically, I am from a place called Tamilnadu. I did my schooling in places like Tanjavur. Then I went to study agriculture from graduation. I did my graduation from Trichy. In the Tamilnadu region. So thereafter I went ahead and did my post graduation in agriculture and ecology. Indian Agriculture Institute, New Delhi. Thereafter I got into service and
You wanted to become IAS since your birth, since your childhood days?
not exactly actually, but from childhood days onwards, being from a conservative, typical Indian middle class, we have been brought up with a lot of values, discipline, and so many things. And we have always looked upon many good officers who were working in the Indian state. So some inspiration was there in childhood days to serve society actually. By one year, as such, there was no such particular goal of IAS in the childhood days. But yes, once I joined my graduation, there I could see so many of my seniors who were preparing for the UPSC and Public Service Commission and different administrative exams. So there I got inspiration from my seniors actually, and I came to know that this would be a better avenue than any other avenue to service education. So I started making preparation after say my graduation days. But once after joining college only, I started feeling that I should be interested.
Your parents are, tell me something about your parents' background.
My father is a government servant of Nandurbar. He is into fire service. My mother is a homemaker. I have a sister, she is settled. We are a nuclear family. As a typically middle class family with all the restrictions and social values, so many controls, discipline, all sort of things I have faced. Like any Indian family. Like only studies are the priority, most of the things I was backseat actually. So those kind of very regimented.
I had an interview of Chokalingam Sir. You might have been heard the name of Chokalingam. He also from Tamil Nadu.
Fortunately, both are from the same district.
Oh, great. Please elaborate your achievement throughout your career so far.
So basically, like after joining into Indian Administrative Service, I was allocated to Maharashtra cadre. So I was trained at Ahmednagar. Thereafter, I joined the system electrician of Nandurbar, Jalana. This is a tribal area actually. I was there for a short period. Then I had an opportunity to serve in Marathwada, the drought and how difficult condition of Marathwada actually. I was there as a chief executive officer of Radhakirshnan B. I could work there for 3 years, 3 to 4 years. So I think that was a fantastic period till now, because there were so many challenges with this, especially in the rural development sector, where especially in Maharashtra and Jalana scenario, one get a lot of opportunity to work for the appointment of poor. So many poverty elimination schemes, housing schemes, there are schemes like Swachh Bharat, sanitation, drinking water, supplying drinking water, all sort of work, rural development work which are directly related to common public was successful. each and every complaint. Doesn't matter, right? It's not about only dumping. Somebody is making a nuisance, somebody is obstructing somebody's way to go to a field. Any issue of water availability, scarcity, say like winter is coming, some winter shelters. Every issue is being tackled by us. We don't say this is not our domain or somebody else's domain. We try to take up everything. This is the district administration rule actually. If somebody else's domain work is being shown to us, we take up those concerned officers in our and we try to coordinate them, try to settle this issue. Similarly, this also will be taken.
People of Nashik are unhappy with the district administration for harassing them and alleging negligence in preparing the electoral roll, the graduates constituency. What do you have to say?
If I can get some specific complaints, I can respond to that. And for your information, we have prepared a totally de novo preparation of electoral roll for the graduate constituency. So we have done an extensive awareness program as far as enrolling new graduates into the electoral college. And for your information, this graduate constituency falls in 5 different districts, and Nashik has now enrolled maximum number of graduates in the entire 5 districts. Even though the graduates numbers are not far different from these 3 districts are equally bigger like Nashik actually. So that may not be true, and if there are some issues, we can look into it actually.
What are the upcoming major projects in the queue for development of Nashik district?
See, there are so many. I narrated so many issues actually. Like there are our objective is to implement the government's flagship programs in a much better way than any other district. That is our first priority. And second thing is to be a very proactive and responsive administration. For that, we time and again sensitize our officers to be more people-centric and listen to their complaint and try to respond to them without any prejudices. And coming to the projects as such, we have so many things in our mind actually. But it's not like what we are thinking it should be implemented. The demand should come from the public actually. Say for example, there are some projects which are pending for some time. Like we have tribal area which are there in quite a good number actually. So we have to implement our Forest Rights Act 2005 in a letter and spirit actually. That tendency we are trying to clearing it in the record time actually. There are central government projects which are in the running through the districts. We are trying to make it faster. There is a flagship program from the Honorable CM which is Jalana Shiva for the water conservation program, which we are taking up in a wholehearted manner. There are issues like online certificate, providing online certificate actually, so that they are minimizing the people interface between citizen and the government actually. So that should not be any tolls or something. So that project we have taken up. And for your information, we have done except Jalana, every other places we are now issuing certificates online with the digital signature. And there are similar such things actually, like there are issues specific to Nashik like agriculture, commodities, UPSC. There is another flagship program by the Honorable CM like Nagpur to Mumbai, Samruddhi Kanada. So some of the some around 100 kilometers road length is going to Nashik actually. We are trying to convince the farmers and trying to be partner in the development actually process. So that process also there.
What are the major challenges you are facing as a district collector of Nashik?
I don't see everything actually, like I look at it as an opportunity actually. It's, I don't see it as a challenge as such. One thing is like this district is very huge. So there are 15 talukas, 15,000 square kilometers. So there are 65 lakh population. So obviously the demand from the administration is very high actually. So that is one issue which is there actually. Otherwise, coordination it becomes a little more difficult actually at times. So that becomes a challenge to coordinate. And I don't see any other which can't be done actually. There are problems like which I narrated earlier, tribal, industrial, agriculture, and those kind of things. But
Soon there is a corporation election in the Nashik city. What are your preparation and plan?
Corporation elections are handled by municipal commissioner. So he will be the better person to. I am a part of the committee actually. And as far as I understand, already they have started a massive awareness campaign actually. To the voters to go for ethical voting and not to fall prey for this. I say so that is one activity which we have taken up. And enrollment also we have done with the help of corporation. And I think now the ward formation and other processes are being done. The coming days of the election is declared, things will be done to ensure the voter turnout will be highest in the entire country.
Nashik is declared as a smart city by the government of India. So, on your opinion, what will be the changes in Nashik after the becoming smart city?
See, most important objective I feel like the quality of the life. If the quality of the life is improved, quality of the life in the sense a citizen goes to a business center, goes to government office, more interact with someone else. If these three interfaces are tackled in a much planned manner and efficient manner, I think his unnecessary weight will get over and overall the happiness should be increased. Happiness will increase only when the quality of the life is. Quality of life involves with other parameters like employment, accessibility to the services and the security and comfortness. So all these things are involved. So if the overall quality of the life is improved, that will be the success of it. And we are working on it.
As Modi has mentioned 500 and 1000 note, people are suffering due to shortage of currency, facing problem with their own money. How much this will affect people's life?
So, I'm not an economics expert actually, but at least I can say that it's a fantastic path-breaking decision taken by the Prime Minister. So, one thing I understand actually, it will totally reduce fake currencies which are being circulated in the world. That is one biggest advantage in the world. And most important thing is that it's high time our tax base needs to be improved. Everybody is demanding for a simpler and better tax regime actually. If that has to be realized, the tax base needs to be increased. And I find this initiative will improve the tax base in the coming years. And most important thing I find is actually it is high time our economy should go to cash-based, cashless economy. So that will be encouraged by this 500,000 information. And there are there are some transitional issues. Whenever we try to discuss the status quo, these transitional issues will be there. We are trying our best, and bankers are doing 24/7 job in addressing this issue. And from the administration side, we are monitoring it very closely every day. We are monitoring it, we are passing it to the government, and we are trying to get the clarifications and ensuring that the liquidity crunch will not get perpetuated.
As people are blaming that when we are curbing on the black money, then again 2000 denomination note introduced by the government.
That's what I am telling you. I am not an economic expert, but still, it is a conscious step taken by the government. So what the government will take a decision, we never know. So it may also be. It can also be. So it's not like just because the person is coming, it's going to take others. It's not, and you don't know what will be the supply of the currency. That all government is monitoring everything actually. The idea is to not to encourage cash transaction. The idea is to improve the cashless. Ultimately, it is all going to benefit all our citizens. If the tax base is right, if the simpler tax regimes come, and if the government is getting more tax collection, that will be invested in the infrastructure, that will be invested in the government's social security schemes. So many things in the days to come. I think it's a path-breaking decision.
Nashik is known as a identify pen balls and forts to attract more tourists in Nashik?
I think it's already attracting sufficient tourists already. It's only about how we are keeping the cultural heritage intact actually. So for that actually there are cultural heritage we are taking up with the state organization and national organization. With their help and we are doing. The most important thing is what our honorable Prime Minister said, Swachh Bharat. The cleanliness is most important, and to have a, when they come to a worship God actually it should be given a very pleasant experience. So time and again with the help of municipal corporation we undertake such a cleanliness drive actually with the help of common public NGOs and our organizations. In the coming December also possibly we are trying to do it in Maligaon. So like we are trying to create such a tourist friendly atmosphere. If there are infrastructure requirements, definitely we will do it.
Sir, how you have taken the political pressure on your work?
See, when you work in a democracy at any place, there will be political compulsions, some pressure will be there. So it is up to us how we have to put our feet down and say certain things no, and we have to try to understand what is their point of view from the public representative. Ultimately, they are elected from the public, and they will be echoing the sentiments of the local people actually. So once you try to understand their point of view, and if it is within the four corners of the law, we should encourage and we should do it immediately. If it doesn't fit in, we try to explain them. I try to explain them in the most positive manner how it's not possible for us to do that. And one thing is that at least in Maharashtra the politics is comparatively mature than other rest of the country. Most of the time it doesn't create any problem. Sometimes even if it has creating some problem, then as an IAS officer we can't do it actually. We say no. Officer should be no.
So what are your expectations from our Honorable Chief Minister, for Nashik district?
So like Honorable CM is doing the best actually. One thing he has done is that he has taken Nashik as part of the Samruddhi corridor. Very huge district. So many good time and again whenever we require any issues. One good thing about Honorable Chief Minister is he interacts with the officers, field level missionaries time and again. At least once in a month he make it a point to have a video conference. In video conference he take a detailed video of each and every step. So whenever we face any issue we discuss it, we flag those issues in these meetings. And he takes personal care to address these issues. And for example, actually the recent floods also, whatever proposal we are saying, we take it. There are so many expectations. The airports need to be activated. So many demands that the industry is making.
Sir, whom do you consider as your role model?
Role model, I would say Mahatma Gandhi would be the role model actually. He is the one who said that be the change what you want to see. I think somehow I got attracted the philosophy of that is
What do you do in your leisure time if you got some?
so I have so many I play go for jogging do
Which sport do you like?
being an Indian I like cricket also. I follow football.
Which sport do you like to for make fitness of yourself?
I play badminton more often. I go for walk very occasionally. I think
What suggestions, advice you would like to give to the new students who aspire to become an IAS and IPS?
one thing is very clear actually. So you should be ready to serve the society. That should be from the core of your life. Second thing is, if you have decided to become an IAS officer or a IPS or a forest officer, any of the services for the people, you should be ready to devote your entire energy to your service. It should not be like a half-assed because the service, the examination is so competitive. It requires a lot of hard work. Hard work is the key to success. It doesn't require, it is not testing your intelligence or say like it has to be a very draining to crack this examination. It requires a lot of hard work and one has to be persevering in his efforts actually, because the examination system itself is a very tough thing. If someone fails at some part of some stage of it, one has to start from the scratch. So you should be ready to face those difficulties. Such a challenging exam, but it's not impossible task. One thing I would suggest, I will tell, it's not the end of the day. Even someone doesn't qualify and has a IPS, it doesn't mean that it is the only way to service. There are n number of ways to service, but definitely it gives you better opportunity than rest of the professions. So one should not feel bad for not getting qualified, but you should be ready to face the failure. That should be the spirit.
Sir, what message you would like to spread through India and for Nashik citizens and our readers?
I would like to congratulate all the readers actually, because reading itself is a fantastic habit. I would request the community to come forward and be a more responsible society actually. It's high time actually we all have to take each and every responsibility actually. Because many of the things, successful things happen with the help of community. Many of the failures happen because of one-sided approach from the government, or lack of approach from the government, lack of improper implementation or something like that. So it's high time actually the community have to realize what is their rights, what is their duties. It's important. Everyone should take up some responsibility. Actually, if we do all our duties of our own, definitely our next generation will have a better society.
Great. Thank you very much, sir. आप थे बी राधाकृष्णन साहब, जिला अधिकारी नासिक शहर। इंडिया अनबाउंड में अपना समय देने के लिए आपका सर बहुत बहुत आभार। We wish you great success. May God bless you. Thank you very much.